3, we're going live. Although it just might take a second.
Yeah, okay, because I'm waiting.
Vanessa
So
setting up your
hello,
meeting
everyone.
for Facebook Live. Hello, hello. We are just getting our
We're hoping we're
screen set
live,
up.
guys.
Yes, I believe we are live. Yes, we are. Fantastic.
Yes,
So
we
back
are,
to
because it just came up on my thing.
back
This
to
is
Sue's
amazing. We're
face.
getting
There we
better
go.
at it.
We are. Yes. Hello, hello, Sue. Nice to see you. How you doing this week?
I'm
Oh,
doing
you're
great
muted.
actually this week, and I'm excited to learn some more because I read a book about energy healing and energy fields, and I really want to start learning a lot more about it. So hit me with something good today, Melissa.
That's fantastic. Yeah, this week is all great for you. It's a week full of energy healing, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to speak with the other lady tomorrow night with energy healing.
So I'm double
that's
dosing,
fantastic.
but it's not that, you know what, it's just because it really, after reading about it, speaking to you about it, learning about channeling, it's kind of nice when all of these little pieces start coming together and you start seeing like little impact or little changes that they're making in your life, which is what I'm kind of noticing right now. So, you know, like you can tell if the energy is like even a high vibration or a low vibration, like just like, you know, it makes you more aware of your behavior. And, you know, like the day when it was cloudy, I think yesterday and the day before, literally you could have napped all day. But, you know, and it's just like, but like your energy is low. And, you know, and today the sun came out, and even though it wasn't necessarily warmer, but it was like, it's almost like your energy vibration is a higher vibration today because the sun is out. Maybe we're getting vitamin D. There's more in the air.
Yes, I definitely felt that today. Actually, earlier today, I was out for a little walkabout, and it was like night and day compared to yesterday. It's
and your thoughts are so different. This is the part like that I'm really kind of learning about the energy work, is how different your thoughts are. So if you put the coaching work with the energy work, it's just like kind of gives you like a two-pronged process of success, I guess.
Yes, a double whammy of that energy there. Yes, I love that. Yeah, it is. It's huge. Thinking about our energy and day to day, and just once again, it's not just in our waking hours. This is one of my phrases from one of my channels. It's not just waking in our waking hours and going about our day. It's setting in intentions to be what we want to be within our energy field every day, and that's huge. We set an intention on, and like raising our vibrations, and what do we want to do today. And once again, back to going inwards, how do we feel, how do we want to feel today, and starting off our day with how do we want to feel. And I've actually started doing it. I wish I remember the author. I can't remember. It's a 5-minute journal every day, and I've journaled off and on for many years, and I've started again. And I tell you, once again, doing this journaling, and then you're setting intentions of what you want to do that day, how you like, what am I today? You're grateful for, what are you grateful for today? It's these journalings and intentions. How do I want to be today? And then at the end of the day, you get to tick off, did you do everything you set out to do today? And there's also a cute section where, you know, what could you have done differently? How would you feel better? It's just a cute little thing to do. So once we go ahead, and I find doing this, things manifest quicker once again. So that's huge. Staying within our energy field and setting our intentions will definitely help us manifest more.
Well, and I think too, like you hit the nail on the head. It's like when you start with gratitude, like when you're coming from a place of gratitude, it's like you're coming from a place of abundance. So even when you're trying to do something, it's like whatever, if you're trying to achieve success, it's like, if you're being thankful for success, it means you've already got it. Do you know what I'm saying? So it makes it so much easier to work that into your day. If you're coming from a place of lack and you're not thankful, it's like you don't have it, you're kind of desperate for it. It's a lot harder to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or get through that day. So I'm really happy, because that's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally all coming together. And I really did. And I think I just wanted to touch a bit on, remember last week when you were talking about the heart brain coherence, and how really it's like it basically all starts with the heart. And I'm finally just really coming into the understanding of that, because I was a little more maybe on the pragmatic side. So I would be thinking like, okay, if I thought about loving or whatever, you know what I mean? If I thought about it, then my heart's going to feel it. But I think when I relaxed and stopped doing that and just maybe looked at my heart to have that emotion, instead of necessarily thinking about having that emotion, just kind of be like, yeah, no, I want to know what loving is like. The thoughts appeared so much easier.
Yes, and because you're going in and when you're opened up, you can go into that feeling of love and compassion. And in that space is the opening. And once again, opening up to your own awareness and intuition that plays more huge roles in our life as well every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in the feeling, because once we feel it, then once we're feeling, we're going to attract what we're feeling, that as if we already have it, and acting like we have it already. Yeah.
Well, and as human beings, the only reason we ever do anything is for a feeling, right? When you make the money, it's not about the
You
number,
got
it's the
it.
feeling that having that amount of money gives to you. Or like,
I don't know if it's you or me.
are you breaking? I think, are you freezing, or am I freezing?
Yeah, it says it. Yeah, your internet connection is unstable. If it goes out, it'll pop back on again. We know that.
Yeah, but what I was just
Oh,
saying
yeah, we're
was that,
frozen a little bit.
yeah, like
There, you're back. There we go.
Okay, I hope we're back. I think
We're
we're
back.
okay.
I see us. We're back. Yep.
Okay. So let's start with, apparently we're going from 4 to 3. So let's go back
That's
to the
right.
3 chakra.
Yes, we are going today. Yesterday we were so excited about heart-brain coherence, or not yesterday, sorry, last week we were so excited about heart-brain coherence. We did the heart chakra along with heart-brain coherence last week. So now we're going to continue our series of chakras, and we're just going to go back a bit and go over our third chakra, which is our solar plexus. And this chakra is right between our sternum bone and I'd say our belly button. And this is a big one. This is our gut. I'll call it our gut chakra. It's about our personal power and our will, and it's huge. And I like to mention a bit of just little different names we also give it. Also, Manipura is something as well, and is Sanskrit for our solar plexus as well. And once again, it's our personal power. And as being a nurse, I love going into a bit of the anatomy and physiology of things as well, talking about, the different associated body parts and things like that. Like the glands associated with our solar plexus is pancreas. Associated body parts are our digestion, our liver, stomach, diaphragm, our nervous system, of course, our pancreas, and metabolism in our small intestines. So when you think about this energy center right here, below our sternum and above our belly button, this is our gut. A lot of people will talk about our gut feeling about things, and this is where this solar plexus, where this chakra plays a huge hand and a huge role in our lives. Then again, we're going now to the psychological functions of this one. It's our personal power, it's our will, it's our knowledge, it's wit, laughter, mental clarity, humor, optimism, self-control, curiosity, and awareness. So there's so much going on in this area as well. And issues that physically could be affected, once again, is ulcers, diabetes, hepatitis, hypoglycemia, blood sugar disorders, constipation, nervousness. That's a huge one, nervousness, addictions to stimulants. There's parasites that interest, and toxicity, jaundice, and poor memory. So there are a few of our physical areas that we could feel differences, affected, illnesses, diseases. And then going to the emotional thing, because of course we know our emotions play a big role in how our energy centers are open and how we can work on our digestive issues in our physical body parts. And it can lead to lack of confidence, difficulty manifesting desires, lack of self-esteem, or on the other scale, where if it's quite broad and too much to the extreme of some things, it could be misuse of power, dominance, over-reliance on will, and shame. So there's a few other emotional aspects.
I just have a question. So when your chakras are out of balance, so you're saying like they'd be like maybe they have low energy, and that's why we're getting the ulcers and like the negative side of that, or
and once again, yeah, going back to our chakras, which we're going to do our lovely exercise shortly, is once again we're going into our energy centers, which are our chakras and our centers go down, Kundalini go down our spine. So as we are going through each chakra and opening and expanding each, I call them like a disc. When we have issues in our life, especially like, but once again, our emotions are energy in motion. So we know when our emotions truly affect what's going on inside. So we know when we're stressed, tired, we have anxiety. When that's getting into the conversation about energy work as well, not just chakra balancing, but there's Reiki energy, Ascenian healings. There's so many energies healings that we can do. Going in there ourselves through meditation is imagining these discs opening up and expanding. And of course, it's bright yellow for our solar plexus. So we're going to imagine a beautiful yellow opening, expanding. When we're in meditation or getting Reiki, if we're seeing or feeling like a murkiness or darkness in this area of your solar plexus, and that's when we can even be more aware of that. Okay, yes, this is where the energy blocks are. The energy is stagnant. It's being held in this little area, and it's not flowing. So that's when we can go in with our energy. Of course, meditation, chakra balancing, and Reiki energy healing. That's some many tools we use to go in and open up and assess, and it's like the one phrase we use is removing the blockages, because once we open up and remove these blockages, our energy is able to flow freely. And then once it can flow freely, we know that our body, in essence, to hang on, I think, are we back?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. So once again, going into the essence of our energy centers, once the blockages are removed and cleared, our body knows what to do. And once we open things up, it allows the body to do what it needs to do and start with the inner healing, whether like the ulcer or the issues with your stomach, tightness, anxiety, even it all relates all together. So once we can work on these energy centers, it's just letting that energy open up and flow and expand, where everything is free flowing. I like to use that word, free flowing. And then
but then you're balanced.
Yep.
So you go into more of like, once you are able to open it, the body knows what it needs. Like, I don't have to do something extra to balance. I just basically need to open the door, because the body basically has the magic within itself to rebalance, correct?
We've got a lot of magic. Oh, yeah. It's yes, our body, once we allow it, give it tools, and it's able to open up and help out with energy healing. And even a lot of people like to use crystals and healings as well. There's many other different things we can add additional to our toolbox as well through energy healing.
But when you add those things, do they necessarily like make it speed it up, or you know what I mean? Are they just make it a stronger healing, or you know what I mean? Like, does it expedite it?
Yes, I would say, yeah, I like we'll use expedite. Yes, I love using crystals for healing. And they're like, I truly believe in the stones and the crystals, there's so much energy and within the crystals, within the stones. And once again, we know the quartz crystals, it's on many TV shows, even Ancient Aliens, things, that quartz crystals hold also information and memories. So there's so much power in these in stones. Like amethyst, that's a common one a lot of people like, that helps open things up. And even in essence, what did I just say? Amethyst. It's something you can even put under your pillow that helps you have wonderful dreams. It just helps in your dreams. There's all different aspects to crystals. That's, once again, we can have another show on crystals, because there's so much to talk about each one. And actually, while we're on crystals, we'll talk about some crystals that are really appropriate for our solar plexus. We have golden topaz, citrine, amber, and tiger's eyes. So they're all similar to those colors that all help ideally with opening up and healing within our body and ourselves.
Well, with those crystals, would you keep them in your pocket, or would you keep them on you, wear them, or would you rub them in your hands, or it doesn't matter as long as they're close to you? You can feel something off them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, the use of I just got little tidbits, but because it was breaking up, but I get what you mean. Yes, I carry crystals with me in my pockets, in my purse. Um, I have them, of course, I clear them and I put them in my windowsill to get the moonlight light and the sunlight. You can use them in crystal grids where you set up healing grids, and they can be personally for yourself. Also, crystal grids are great for healing areas in the world. There's peace grids done out there. William Rand is another fellow who does Reiki energy healing, and he's got, I don't know, is it 5 or 6 grids all over the world. And every few months there's peace healings, meditations done where there's crystal grids set up all over different areas of the world. It's huge. Yeah. I'm also a big, sorry, was that?
No, I was going to say, do you have to be like openly aware to connect with those crystals? Like, even, you know, when it's to tap into that energy, I guess is what I'm asking. So do you have to become more aware as a person to start tapping into that energy? Or it just kind of hits like you have to let it in, so to speak, or it just kind of flows in naturally?
I guess a bit of both. I guess you're right, but how open you are to trying something different, like my crystals over there. But just even one thing, I go into a crystal shop and we all, everyone's into crystals, kind of knows this. You go in and you kind of see what draws you in, and certain stones, and it ends up being what you need at this time in your life, whether it's help with self-confidence, or one is helping with anxiety this day. And one is dealing with like more physical pain. Each crystal has different attributes where you go in and I find you're drawn to certain particular ones at this particular time. And then you can hold, like I always cleanse mine with water and the sunlight and moonlight, setting the intention of which particular area I need healing in. So if it's with anxiety and stress, and I've picked a crystal for that, I'm going to cleanse that and hold that and set the intention to help heal and the energies throughout my body. And also the area. I have a lovely Himalayan sea salt lamps. I have those, like there's a sense, salt like crystal. Those can do in each area of our houses. Where it's common is orgone as well. They're little mini pyramid triangles for my house. And actually another shout out to Nasreen out there, Nasreen Mama Fada. She makes them actually. She does the pouring of the liquid stuff that you put the crystals in, and then they get solidified. That they make orgone pyramids, and each one has different attributes for healing. So she's actually got 2. I need to meet her and pick some up, because I just, even more areas. I keep them by my TV, by my electronics. They can help block the extra microwaves and radiation coming from each device. I actually have a meter for the microwaves and radio waves, and I just hold, and you actually hold it towards different devices, and if actually even the outlets in the wall, it just beep, 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 like it's remarkably noticeable where we plug into the wall, and by our cell phones and things. So it's in our TVs. It's very interesting. It was actually fun. It was like a little research project for me when I ordered that last year. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. There's so many energies around us that, once again, back to raising our vibrations. It's not just physically, it's in our living space, in our area all around us. Keeping these energies up and kind of blocking off the not so friendly energies out there of our radiation and microwaves. We can apply this to many areas in our life. It's not just within us, it's all around us.
Okay, so I want to ask you about, because you said this has to deal with your gut, right? This chakra. And do you believe
God, people say we have this,
yeah, do you go by your gut feeling in your life mostly, or okay, that's what I was wondering, because I was just,
I do. I'm both. Like, of course, I use my intuition and they go hand in hand a bit. To pay attention to certain things, and kind of, when you're certain people, you can just feel like yuck. You feel like more nauseated, or just like heavy, like in the belly. That's how I would explain some of my energies around me sometimes, I would say. But one interesting thing is that when you listen to your gut and your intuition, I was in Square One Mall. I don't know if I've shared this with you or not. I was in Square One Mall like a month and a half ago. And we get in there, my friend and my daughter and her daughter, and we hear an alarm going off in the mall. And the lady there at the mass station says, the alarm always goes off. Don't worry about it. But our daughters had gone off shopping. There's Anne Marie. We were by the doors there by Simon's, and the alarm is still going off. And it's like, usually my friend really would be worried. And I'm like, it's fine. But something told me right away, call my daughter and ask and tell them to come to meet us. And I probably was doing it before I even thought of it. My intuition just took over. And I called her very calmly, said, yeah, maybe you guys should come back. Let's wait here by Simon's in the door until this alarm goes off. So by the time they get down there, the alarm was beeping a quicker beep. And next thing you know, we look behind us and there's people running. So it's like, okay, I guess we're running out now. And then we're just running and running. And by the time we get outside, someone said, yeah, we didn't witness it, but someone had witnessed someone with a supposed weapon in Square One Mall. So and it's funny, when I called my daughter at the time, I got cold shivers just as I did it. And actually, I'm getting them right now. Every step of the way that particular day, whatever I said and did, I was getting cold shivers. So that's like spirit giving me that's a notification that, yeah, you made the right call, that I did that. So I followed my intuition and I got cold shivers saying that, yeah, Melissa, good call. Good job. It's the validation that, it's the right thing to do. So
yeah, because sometimes when you talk, you mention the cold shiver. So that for you is basically your sign that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. Yeah. And I love it. It's great.
Well, and have you ever had an experience where you didn't follow your gut and, whatever, something bad kind of happened or it didn't work out as planned? Like, have you tested it the other way is what I'm asking.
I won't say lately, no, because the last few years I've just been with my spirituality opening up and learning and healing myself and broadening my awareness because I've been more open. I don't necessarily feel like like doing something wrong. It's like, once again, with my spirituality, it's not right, wrong, good or bad. It is what it is until I put judgment on it. But for back to the feelings though, I would say in my young 20s, I did a lot of stupid things that I wasn't as open to listen to my own awareness or intuition back then as much as I do now.
And I think you have to kind of also be open to listening to it, right? Because some people would just be like, oh, my stomach doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
Or, but not register that it would mean they're like, oh, I just don't, maybe I ate something bad or whatever. Like probably in my younger days when I wasn't in tune with things like this. But I think as you start learning more and experiencing or doing whatever, whether it's spirituality, yoga, reading more, I think then you become, it's not so much like, it doesn't feel good, I'm sick. It's just like, maybe I should be doing something different right now.
Yeah.
Because I had heard one lady had told me that when she goes through an energy change or her energy vibration is because she can feel the changes, that she feels nauseated.
Yeah.
Just for that little while where she's going in the change period. And I was like, that must be so neat to know that for your body.
And there's a lot of energy shifts going on. Well, there always has been, but even more so lately with changes in the world. I'll just go briefly into it because it's something actually I've been talking about with other spiritual people, is higher vibrational energy coming in and light coming in, and more nausea and dizziness is going on. I've actually been experiencing that as well. And just yesterday, talking to some more spiritual people, they're feeling the exact same thing. And another spiritual lady, Lori Ladd out there, she does a lot of beautiful sharing and channeling on YouTube. And she shared a quick video about when you're feeling this particular nausea and dizziness, is sitting on the ground, whether you're on the floor or outside, and imagining your energy centers in your crown opening up and down to your root chakra, and imagine a flat door opening up and like a vacuum, just pulling this energy down to the ground in the earth. So it's more grounding for yourself. And I was literally, as soon as I saw that, it reminded me, yes, we need to ground more to center these and to help center these different feelings and different vibrations that are coming through us. So grounding is a huge help.
What do you do for grounding mostly? Do you meditate for grounding? What's your grounding kind of
exercise? There's a few ways. There's a long way and a short way. What I'd like to do by the end of our chakra session, I'm going to go through everything. I would love to do that because there is two ways to do it. There's the quick way and the short way. and both way are effective for me. And it's just as you open your awareness, how you can feel the shifts. Opening up to my grounding in the beginning is actually imagining roots growing from my feet and coming up my body, and I'm just imagining I'm connected to Mother Earth, and I'm just bringing these roots, also silver, color of silver as well, up my feet, up my body, and feeling that connection going through every body part, um, with silver color. And I also bring the gold divine down, slowly, and I'm going body part by body part as I'm doing this. So that's a lot. That's in a series. That's, I always start my meditation classes with grounding, and centering exercises, always. But now if I ever out somewhere, I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking I'm off center, I'm not right, and I'll just say, Melissa, straighten up, and then I'll just literally, it's another lovely dear friend, Susan, she shared me this one. There's so many cute ways out there, but imagine you're an elevator shaft, and just imagine the elevator going down, like zoom, and boom, I can feel that sense of grounding. And then all of a sudden you want to kind of connect to the divine, just imagine the elevator going up. So zoop, and you can feel that. To me, I feel the elevation and vibrational change, and it's a opening and expanding feeling as well. So that's the quick way of
And would you do it like
feeling.
once a day, or just whenever you feel it?
I guess whenever it comes to mind, wherever I think I might be off, and it's like a reminder, sit, Melissa, and ground. So yeah, I would say at least every day, sometimes a couple times a day. There might be the odd day I might be too busy and not do it, but it's something you like pay attention to now, because you want to bring yourself back to that centered feeling, because it's in our world and lifetime now, we know it's so easy to get off kilter, off that center feeling, and it's a great tool to say, okay, it's a crappy day, this happened, this fight or argument or whatever, to bring yourself back to center and say, okay, and deep breathing, of course, and just centering yourself. That's a great way to bring yourself back to center again.
Nazarene says, I guess thank you, because I guess she liked the quick way of the grounding, because she said she is feeling like she needs a little more grounding right now. But
Yes, oh, that's
someone had
wonderful.
told me it's Mercury is in retrograde. So
Yes,
apparently it's energy is stagnant, or nothing is moving or something like that. So
it's
maybe that's what it is. And we're all kind of just like, it's true. Like this month feels really long,
yeah,
but
it's
not in a bad way, just like long and really quiet.
I would agree, yes, and I do feel the energy shifts of a bit of a, I'm not a huge backlash, but a little bit of things where it might be a little harder to get things done, and more obstacles might come in front of you. But yeah, it's and also remembering that, and then centering yourself more will help get you through the day.
Yeah, especially with the weather, because the weather's not really all day summer every day.
I know. This is for me, it's like I love the sun and the warmth weather. So now it's getting dark sooner. It's like I've got to do something now to make sure I get out and have more sun earlier on, because I miss it. It's like, it's for me, I love the sun. I love the warmth.
Well, and there's,
So
what, there's just something about like, I guess, feeling the sun on your skin. You know what I mean? It's just like, even if it's a cold winter day, it's like the minute that you can go outside and just feel the sun on you, it just changes your whole, it's almost like it does a little cleansing of its own. It's like you go out and it's
it
dark and
does.
it's dreary. It's like everything just feels like twice as hard, twice as slow, twice as long.
Except when I go out to my midnight, I haven't done it lately, but my late night walks up to the bridge, stargazing, that to me, that will elevate me for sure. So maybe I think that's a sign I got to start doing it more. That's another thing I do love, where I can take the moonlight and ride my vibration with the moonlight. So yeah, huge.
Well, and we have to be able to see the moonlight. For the last couple of days, it's been a little bit cloudy. So,
I know. Focus on it. Where are you, moon? Shine your light on me. Yeah. Um, so anyways, since we were talking about like the gut and our solar
yeah,
plexus, how about we go in and do a nice little opening exercise for that now?
let's
Just
do it.
just our basic chakra opening. See, when I do this, I'm ready to do the whole thing, but I know I'm only doing one chakra today. So what we'll do, once again, we'll start again with some nice deep breathing. We're going to breathe in for the count of 4, and then we're going to hold it for the count of 4, and then we're going to breathe out for the count of 8. So we breathe in with our nose and out with our mouth. So we'll give this a nice try. Nice, relaxing. Here we go. So as we're taking these breaths, we're going to let our, as we exhale, we're going to let our shoulders just drop down and sink into it and relax. Okay. So now I'd like you to imagine this beautiful bright yellow color right in your belly, right above your belly button and below your sternum. So this is your solar plexus. I want you to imagine this beautiful golden yellow energy right here inside, and I want you to imagine this turning and spinning like a disc and opening. So just keep imagining as you can this yellow light turning like a disc and expanding. And as you're doing this, take note of what you're feeling and what your sensations are throughout your body. And even what little visions might be coming to your play in your mind like a little movie. Take note of this. Even people might come into your mind's eye. Pay attention to any tingling or buzzing on your head or on your forehead or your feel any different emotions you might be feeling. Just keep imagining this beautiful yellow light opening and expanding. And if you're having a more of a harder time imagining it, this big yellow light, that's okay too. Just almost send it love and send it some white light. Always loving yourself exactly how you are at this moment. Now just take another deep breath here and slowly open your eyes. How you feeling?
I feel good. I noticed tingling in my ears.
Tingling in your ears? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was for, but
Did you hear anything, or did any like things come to you, like little video or movie or anything?
just, you know what? Maybe just playing out my day slower. It was almost
Okay.
like because I've been really busy for the past couple of days, and I think my body's struggling with it can't keep up. And I think it was like more like it's okay to just rest.
Well, Mike, were you actually thinking that those words, it's okay to just rest? Because I have to tell you what came to me when I did that. I find messages come through for you when I'm doing this. This is what it felt like. I'm seeing you sitting in really comfy clothes, making a tea, hot
Yeah.
tea, and with a newspaper and just relaxing. That's what came to me as I was doing that exercise.
Well, that's kind of what came to me because it was weird because it was just like I kind of, but and that's the hardest thing for me to do. And I
Yeah.
think it's also because it's something so simple,
Mm-hmm.
right? As
It
human
is.
beings, we have this weird thing that if we're not doing something and it's complicated, we're not doing something.
Right.
It might have been like I
Resting.
come from an East Indian upbringing. So that's kind of, like if you're not taking math or science, you're not really learning anything. You know what I mean? So I think, and it's one of the things I've been working on as I'm getting older too, because it's like it's the comfortable with just being. Kind of, I
Yep.
started when I started meditating, it was like I just finally understood what it was like. And because I had the surgery, so I'm just kind of getting back on my meditation, but it was like that's what it is. It's like I'm so quick to toss it away, but that's all I needed to do.
You got it. Yep. That's huge. So see, you got that and it came, and I picked up on that. So I love that.
At least
That's
I'm
a
gonna know
that's a
it's
huge.
right because two of us were thinking it. So I am gonna relax tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
That's to me that's a message coming through from spirit saying this is what Sue needs to focus on right now. So
Yeah.
I love that. It's a gentle reminder, and that's in actually when we're doing our meditation and things, lots of gentle reminders can come, or huge reminders, of course, but gentle as well.
And you know what? I'm a big word person, and that's what I really like about when you channel is the words are so eloquent. It's almost like a verse from something, but they're actually just your own words that you're putting together. I'm just like, I think that's one of my favorite. I love that about when I listen to your channeling, when you're channeling, because it's
Yeah.
almost like song verses or something, just like who would put those words together is what I'm thinking. Like,
Our guides do. Here, I can just once again, I love can I show my guides? There we go. There's my guides, right? I don't know if I can get that far over. There's I once again a French monk named Jacques, and a divine being of light from the Pleiades. She's right over there, but I don't know if I can get it over enough
you
without.
can kind of see
You
it,
kind
but
of see her, yeah.
yeah, you can
And
see the monk, but it's hard to see the sides,
see
right?
her, yes. I don't know if I'm still plugged in. I'll just hold it there. She take a snapshot. There we go. And of course, there's my daughter guides there. So there's so much divine guidance and love around us. That's what I love to share as well. With when it comes to energy work, it's not just say lying down on a Reiki bed and feeling energy flow. It's sitting with the energy and the connection to our energy. Because once again, I love to share we're all one, we're all connected in one beautiful consciousness, and connection to our higher beings of light. That's where I got true beings of light, right? It's our true selves. That's the aspect I love to share. It's our true selves, true beings of light. We are so connected to the divine and higher dimensional beings of light, and it's their magic in words that like flow through. So once we're open and to receive it, it's a beautiful, like you said, like verses, like poems. I've channeled a few poems too. I sit down and like, well, wait a minute, this is rhyming now. So and it's beautiful, and it's once again, it's just not, it's the eloquency of how they come through, and how they actually help heal our emotions as well. Because to me, I've received so much guidance, validation for what I'm feeling, and validation it's okay. And especially going through separation and issues with back pain and everything in my past. So it's the message is just, they're rock solid, they're validation of everything you're going through, and they provide guidance, um, joy,
Well, and I don't think you
inspiration.
well, I don't think you really realize what they do to the person that you're saying them to, right? So because I was fairly new to all of this. So, and I think if maybe I would have heard it from a spirit guide, I'd be like, whatever, I'm crazy. But the fact that like it comes to you and then you can say the message in like words that I can understand, I think makes me feel more comfortable, makes it safer, and makes me able to kind of open up to the idea, or
Yeah,
to the whole, way of life. It's like, because it has to come through, like it has to come through someone that I'm going to understand. So
yeah,
I think you do such a great work with this channeling because, it's like you're the messenger, but it's like the messenger needs to explain the message properly so we can understand it. Otherwise, we're all sitting here being like, I don't know what they're saying.
yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Okay, listen,
That,
Melissa, Anne Marie would really like a mini reading.
all righty. Oh, hi, Anne Marie. That sounds lovely. We'll move into that then. Okay. So I'm going to get slowly get myself ready then.
Okay, you get
Okay.
yourself ready. I'm gonna have a sip of tea. Anne Marie's bracing herself. Like,
Yes. And if something comes for you first again, I won't be surprised, but we'll wait and see because
okay,
we'll see
and I'll
what
just
comes
tell
through.
Anne Marie to let us know, like if it resonates with her.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes. Okay, I'm just going to start with just a few words have come to me. It's like the opening of my guides coming through. Sharing, strength, um, will and honor, or word of honor comes through to me for Anne Marie. Um, Brilliant, spectacular. These are just some first few things that are coming through for her. Something time zone, time warp for her. She'll get some of this. Ah, okay. Okay, Maria, for you, I'm starting off seeing you um starting to share your light more with others. I'm actually just, and I love how beautiful messages come through. I'm seeing her sitting at this table, passing these candles, beautiful glass vases around, and she's starting to spread her energetic work as well. And it's like you're signing contracts for something, Anne Marie, and you're very happy and joyful. You're sitting down at this beautiful, like it's always like this grand wooden table. You're very happy, and this contract's being signed. And it's going into like a cathedral area, which would be your light work you do. Um, and on the other side, on the other hand, I'm also seeing you um, helping take care of young ones and little ones, you preparing sandwiches, foods, packing lunches. I'm just seeing, on the other hand, you doing this as well with that work you're doing. And also, this is interesting. It's a little different message here. You helping with laundry and cleaning things as well, but you're also going to be um, kind of saying, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to show how I do it, but I'm not going to do it all for you. It's you're showing the other people. I'll show you how I do it, but I'm not doing it all for you. Okay. Especially the cleaning of the floors and the laundries and stuff. It's kind of a cute little message. Okay, I'm just going to share this again. I'm just also seeing the Battleship board game, and it did show me it was upside down, but it's straightening out. So something is shifting and changing. And you say out loud, "Someone's sunk my battleship." Um, Okay, there's something with a younger man making me feel like there is a bit of issues, a bit of a well, you'll get like lower vibration of the energy of a younger man right now. Um, and you're joining in it. I feel you're joining in it, and you're a bit concerned about um, the energy area where this younger man, which could be your son, I'm thinking, um, in this area. And I think your job is to sit and listen, and then he will open up and almost like open up and pour out his emotions. Um, and then the dust will clear out. I'm just seeing like the rugs being lifted up and all that stuff. So things will be lifted. Um, with him. It will just take some time. It's not showing me quickly. It's going to be like more emotional stuff to go through. Um, but then it gets to an area where he will open his eyes up and feel the energy shift and kind of get it saying, yeah, I guess I got to do something different or something more things to help open his life up and his world more. In essence, will raise his energy and raises our vibration to expand open where he can like open up and have more vitality and life into his life, with his family and everything. Okay. Or just showing a tower. It's almost like I'm going to call it an energy tower, but it was like a mini Eiffel Tower. But it's a message about sending messages through this energy tower. Hope it's not the 5G stuff, holy, because we talked about that the other day. Anyways, sending, it's about sending the messages and them being received. And I see you getting out more with this shift and changes. I also see you getting out more, getting up, getting dressed up to go out to enjoy your life more as well, more freedom. And it's almost like for you being in your own energy for a change, like just like you're in your energy and you're accepting of this, and everybody's accepting of this, and you're happy. You're in your energy and you can stay there. No matter what's going on around you, that can happen there, that can happen there, but you're happy just, and you're able to stay in your energy vibrations. Yeah. They're just showing me you got to reach out, grab that door, and I'm being shown this door is a giant quartz crystal, like the way diamonds shimmer. It's like a diamond quartz crystal doorknob. You're literally grabbing and opening up, but you have to. The message is you have to do that. You have to take that next step to open that door, and it's a great one. It's a beautiful shimmering quartz crystal doorknob. And then it's almost like it takes you aback for a bit, but then once it takes you back a bit, you're open and you're expanded, and you feel like you're in your energy and you're good. So yeah, that's a beautiful message there for you, Emery.
All right, we'll wait to see. But you might know her. And then Nazarene was joining us. I'm just not sure if she's still on.
You still there, Nasreen?
I'm not sure if she's still on. I asked her if she wanted a reading as well.
Okay.
But is anything coming up for her in case she's just watching it and not paying attention?
Let's see. Nasreen's turn. Let's see. I'm seeing for now. I'm going in with the intention for Nisreen. Sometimes spirit keeps going with us, but let's just see if this is going to be with Nisreen. I'm seeing a lot of bright colors with her. It almost looks like a handmade scarf. It's very vibrant and very colored, almost made out of beads. Very vibrant, all different colorful colors. And it appears like a scarf, like a drapery hanging over. Okay, there's kind of some funny stuff going on around her house. It's kind of like a bit of comical stuff, but she's a little bit frustrated. It's showing me with her family, like as if she wants to play music or like play piano. It could be symbolic for other things, but it's like there's a light here and someone's putting it on the piano here, and she's trying to do her thing and play piano, and everybody's like, and then and Nisreen's like, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Just a cute little family scenario thing that came through. And oh, that's so sweet. Go on, because I know Nisreen as well, but I'm showing for Nisreen's heart to be the most happiest. I'm just showing like we have started forming a nice bond with a lot of these ladies that here as well, and I'm seeing her joining forces with a lot of us from our network group and the ones we become connected to through spiritually. And I'm seeing this band of ring we're all holding together, and in the center is this huge white light, ray of light. And like this is where Nisreen is feeling her most at peace, at joy, her most happiness, being in this connection that we have with this white light. This is what's bringing her the most peace and joy right now in her life. And this and messages with Nisreen, there is other different energies around you now that are, we'll say that you're getting used to now, and accept it and embrace it. Don't be afraid of it. Just know that your loved ones all around you and your guides, and it's almost like you see them whipping around the room, and like you're like, what, where did it go? So cute. So just sit and relax and go in, and then that will help you connect more with these different energies around you in your home. And I think start sharing more as well, Nisreen. This is the feeling I get as well, like more in-person stuff, even though this is the COVID stuff, but I know that when we get together, we feel better. And like I'm seeing like that you're desiring that more, like let's get together and like do the spiritual energy stuff together in person. And that's huge. That will bring even more joy, because I love that. I want that too. Okay.
Okay, so Annabelle says she loves the stuff about her son. She definitely, it resonates with her. And she likes the idea of stepping into the role as a light worker.
Excellent.
The
Yes.
question was, she's not sure how to open the door. And I wanted to be like, just take it down, girl, go.
There, yeah, just it's there, and you're a little bit hesitant and apprehensive, but once you grab it and the door opens, you almost get like flown back and like taken back, like holy poop crap. But then it's alchemizing to that energy all around you and be open to it. Then I see you, that's where you can stay in that energy. Like it'll be so refreshing to like, it'd be a time where you can just be you and like you. So yeah.
I think with stuff like that too, you just you just get there, and you're not really sure. Like, when you think too much about getting there, it seems like it's harder and takes longer. But if you just clear it and like just take a break, I think you just kind of wake up and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, look where I am.
Yep.
Nazreen says, yes, she gets the whipping around about the energy and the
Okay.
light. And yes, let's get together. And I was like,
Yes.
we're gonna have to talk to COVID about that.
I know, it's like it's time. I miss it like so deeply. And then like the feeling that I felt with that message is that it's like it's time we all get together and enjoy our spirituality, like to working together more as well. That was like huge. And then bringing more people into our homes to help out. That was message for her as well. Like, you know, like in-person in-house meditation classes. Like that's for her. Like I'm getting all that for her. Like
And I think, you know, that's what we gotta kind of like, we're gonna have to figure out a new way to get together. Because I think even when I spend time with you personally, it's like it's so different. Like hours just flew by. You know what I mean? It's just like you don't realize it, but it's like the energy is just like it's like there is no time. And
there,
then when
that's
you look at
correct.
the time, you're like, oh my God, look at the time. But I know I think we're all gonna have to start coming up with different ways to like really starting to be with other people again and feel comfortable. Oh, and Nazreen also says she was doubting the whipping around. She thought she was imagining it. I'm like, I guess not. Like,
No, it's that she thought it was like imagining it. Like, was
yeah,
it
no,
spooking her?
she was imagining it.
Okay, was it spooking her out though? That's what I wanted to ask her. I wanted, was it spook? Like, don't be spooked. That's the next thing I wanted to say because
Well, no, and you said that. So I
yes,
think she probably needed to hear it to be like, okay, I'm seeing it and it's okay.
yes, like in my room itself, I've heard it twice now. When I set the intention and think of my mother, like shortly after she passed, I was hearing knocking on my wall, and I was got my phone out. I was recording all around my bedroom, trying to capture the sound. I got little bits of it, but then when I got to the right side of my room, it wasn't the wall tapping, it was tapping right here. And then of course you're doubting is, oh, you're not sure, you just, am I hearing things or is this real? But when I saw my another psychic friend, Marianne, she actually confirmed that it was, yes, it was your mother, because we doubt this, we question this. And then just last week I'm upstairs in my bedroom again, I'm hearing the tapping again, and I was thinking of my mother really intently, like missing her, but also then thinking of the joy and like raising my vibration, remembering how much she means to me in my life. And then I could, because I, and then the tapping comes, and then I got my phone out and I recorded the sound. So it's like, okay, it's not just me, it's actually real, that sound. So that was really cool. So yeah, trust.
Yeah, she says, no, I thought I was imagining the light and wondered, I guess if it was light beings, and then thought, nah, I must have imagined it.
No, it's real, trust it. Yeah, trust
Well, you
trust
know
it.
what? And it's a good season for trust, right?
Yep.
We're coming into the holidays, so we just got to trust that everything's going to be awesome.
Yep, trust, faith. And once you're feeling, and that once again going back into the heart, once we go in and we're feeling that love, the trust, the faith within us as we open up to our heart brain coherence, even more trust and faith will come to you. Whatever you set that attention to, it's going to come.
Okay, and so for the chakra, we should focus on the grounding with this chakra. This
Well, this is that no, the grounding is more your root chakra. This is our powerhouse. This is our stomach. This is our gut feeling, our will.
yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's a lot of trust, once again back to trusting and knowing your feeling your gut, trust your gut, and going in and quieting your mind and sitting with the feeling of this yellow, just opening up, and just once again gauge for those sensations. Are you feeling more nausea, more anxiety, more expansion, more like strength, like kind of gauge how you feel strongly at any chakra you're at. So yeah.
Okay, and then what are we in store for next week after our gut instinct chakra?
Next, yes, we're gonna we're gonna stay on track with our chakras now. Yes, because we did the heart, so we're not gonna do the heart. We're gonna write to our throat chakra next week, and that's about the color blue into speaking our truth. So we're gonna touch base with our throat chakra tomorrow, next
I
week,
think
next Wednesday.
that is actually going to be perfect coming off the trust chakra. Like not trust, but like having this little conversation about trusting ourselves, because you know what? Yeah, once you trust yourself, you are better able to speak your truth. And
Yes.
vice versa. If you know, the more you speak your truth, the better you trust yourself.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yes.
The only way we make it in this world is, I think, like people are so busy trying to trust something outside of themselves to give them the right answer. But it's like, no, we got to start trusting the answers we get from ourselves.
That's right. We go within. Yeah, I love that. Beautiful. Beautiful closing.
Nailing it, Melissa. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock, I guess. So we should probably shut her down.
Yes, and I'd like to thank everybody out there for joining, and come back next Wednesday, and an opportunity for another reading, and also tomorrow night, jump online Facebook to see Sue.
Oh,
She's having
yeah.
another conversation with
Another
um,
energy healer who went from corporate to energy healer, and she's from New Zealand, so it's a whole different twist. But
and she's a
also,
fellow channeler, right?
that if you ever get a chance, definitely sit down with Melissa and have a channeling, because it's really like a beautiful thing to listen to. So you have a great night, Melissa.
Thank you, you too, and we'll talk soon.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye-bye.